given permission for flash photography. Audience, are you ready?
Woo!
Appraisers, are you ready?
Let's go for it.
Team, are you ready?
Ready to rumble!
Team, you may begin.
Okay, Luke, and then you just pour the sodium bicarbonate into the acidic acid.
Whoa! Whoa, this is awesome!
You can see the carbon dioxide filling the balloon. It's amazing that CO2 can be created with just 2 simple household items. This is why we use sodium bicarbonate, or better known as baking soda, in baking. It reacts with the acid in the dough and expands the dough. The bubbles in the beaker is what happens to...
Luke, come on.
Hold on, Dad. Me and Dr. Mountain are just about done with our science experiment.
Come on, Luke. I didn't bring you all the way out to the Arctic just for you to sit around and do your little science experiment. Come skiing or I'm sending you away.
Sorry, Doctor. I have to go. I'll have the papers on your desk by next week. Dad, why don't you get it? I don't want to go skiing. Science isn't just some hobby. It's my passion, and I'm really good at it.
No son of mine will sit around all day like a whip. Come skiing or I'm sending you away.
Dad, I can't see anything. Dad, I don't know where I'm going. Ah! How did I get here? I was just with Septora. No, how did I get here? I don't. This is like some old preserved underground society, but I haven't heard of this one in any of my books. You would think out of all my years of school and extra credit projects, I would have even heard of someone living in the Arctic, unless it's undiscovered. Oh my goodness, this is huge! Finally, a way to show my dad how serious about science I am. What's this? It's gorgeous. What are these strange engravings? Who are you?
I am Septora. I used to live in Sabruktooth before the Great Fall.
You used to live here? But how? That's impossible.
Some things are best left a mystery, Luke.
How do you know my name? Never mind. So, if you used to live in Sabruktooth, do you remember living here?
I remember it like the back of my hand. It was a peaceful place. It all sort of worked.
Kind of the opposite of our world now. What was your trick?
We all had certain roles and positions. There were the blacksmiths, the warriors, and of course my mother, the queen.
And the king, correct?
No, Luke. Our society ran solely on a matriarchy. The queen made sure everybody's voices were heard.
You had a woman in charge? This is huge! This is like the first place ever to actually treat people of all genders equally. With this information, I can prove to the world that women can do something great. I have to take this back to Madeline. Thank you, Septora, but I have to go. Madeline! There you are. Look what I found.
Is this the base Septora gave to you?
I know you don't believe me now, but if we can just translate the language on here, I promise you, we will make history.
Fine, but only because you're my favorite student. Let me take a look at this. Hey, look at his engravings. They look very similar to the Nordic language.
So you can translate them?
Well, not right away, but with a bit of time, we have a pretty good chance. Luke.
What is it?
I did it. I cracked the code.
You finished translating? Yay! Wait! What does it say?
Okay, it says, many years ago, goddesses Adelaide and Kaya decided they were done with people always craving power and having to be better than each other. They decided to come together and create a group of humans who lived together in peace and harmony. Women would be the leaders, keeping the group together, but rather than controlling the people and being better than them, they worked with them at the same level as them.
Wow, we're going to change the world with this artifact and its stories.
Well, not yet, I'm afraid.
Why do you say that?
I found translating the artifact a bit too easy. I'm afraid it's just another Nordic village. Before we share the story, we have to find out what time the society took place at.
Oh, God. How do we do that?
All we have to do is write some relative dating tests and we'll be good to go.
Right, sorry. Relative dating?
There are different types of relative dating, but today we'll compare the style of different vases from the past, and if the Sabruktooth vase was created with more outdated techniques than the others, then we'll know it's older.
Okay.
Can you pass me that Mesopotamia vase?
Here you go.
Okay, so we know that Mesopotamia was created around 4000 BCE.
And it was the first civilization ever.
Well, not anymore, I guess. Luke, this is crazy. We have to spread the news this instant.
Oh my goodness!
Wonder what's on the news today.
Breaking news. A middle school woman and a scientist mentor have recently discovered a new underground civilization. What they call Sabrooktooth has recently been renamed to the first civilization ever. I actually have Luke here today.
Sabrooktooth was an amazing society that ran better than we do today. Our world today runs on patriarchy. Men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. But Sabrooktooth peoples ran on a matriarchy. They had women in charge who treated people of all genders equally.
What do you want the people of the world to learn from this story?
I hope that the men of the world learn from Sabrooktooth's way of living and start to use their power to help women gain their voice back. And I hope that the women of this world take this information and know that you are heard and that you can do something great.
That was beautiful, Luke. Thank you for sharing. I'll see you next time.
Time.